A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a recent interview with NBC News, former President Donald Trump raised eyebrows when he expressed uncertainty about whether citizens and non-citizens are entitled to due process, a fundamental right protected by the Fifth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. The comments came as Trump reiterated his commitment to a sweeping deportation agenda, which he claims is necessary to fulfill his 2024 campaign promise of executing the largest deportation operation in U.S. history. During the interview, conducted by Kristen Welker, Trump was questioned about the constitutional rights of immigrants, particularly in light of his administration's aggressive tactics aimed at rapidly removing alleged members of a Venezuelan gang. When pressed on the issue of due process, Trump replied, "I don't know. I'm not a lawyer," suggesting that the legal requirement for due process could complicate his plans to deport millions. This statement has sparked outrage among legal experts and advocates who argue that due process is a right that applies to everyone within U.S. borders, regardless of their immigration status. The Fifth Amendment clearly states that no person shall be deprived of liberty without due process of law. Critics have pointed to specific cases, such as that of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a Salvadoran man mistakenly deported to El Salvador, to illustrate the potential consequences of Trump's stance. Despite a Supreme Court ruling mandating the return of Garcia, Trump remains steadfast in his belief that his deportation efforts are justified, labeling those he seeks to remove as some of the worst, most dangerous people on earth. He argued that the courts are obstructing his agenda, stating, "I was elected to get them the hell out of here, and the courts are holding me from doing it." Trump's administration has faced criticism for invoking the Alien Enemies Act to expedite deportations, a move seen by many as a bypass of traditional legal protections. In the interview, Trump dismissed concerns about the legality of his actions, asserting that he has brilliant lawyers who guide his decisions. He also downplayed the significance of a Supreme Court ruling that required him to comply with legal protocols regarding deportations, claiming he would take the matter to court if necessary. The interview not only touched on immigration but also veered into other contentious topics, including Trump's previous comments about making Canada the 51st state. While he downplayed the likelihood of military force being used to achieve this, he has not shied away from provocative rhetoric that has angered many Canadians. Furthermore, Trump expressed confidence in the U.S. economy, despite recent indications of a potential recession, attributing any economic downturn to his predecessor, President Joe Biden. He also reiterated his belief that his administration's policies would lead to a prosperous future for the country. As Trump navigates the complex landscape of American politics, his comments on due process and immigration policy raise critical questions about the balance between national security and the rights of individuals. Legal experts warn that undermining due process could have far-reaching implications for the rule of law in the United States. With the 2024 election on the horizon, it remains to be seen how Trump's controversial statements will resonate with voters and impact his campaign. As the political landscape evolves, the dialogue surrounding immigration and constitutional rights will undoubtedly remain at the forefront of national discourse. Trump's approach to these issues is likely to be scrutinized as he seeks to rally support for his agenda, which he claims reflects the will of the electorate. The implications of his stance on due process could set a precedent for future administrations and shape the legal framework surrounding immigration policy in the years to come. As the nation grapples with these complex issues, the conversation surrounding the rights of immigrants and the responsibilities of government will continue to be a topic of significant debate. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.